Just let me warn you that the story behind this one is pretty gruesome. So, if you have a weak stomach, I suggest you skip this installment. Anyway, here's the transcript.
911, what's your emergency?
I'm calling about a noise complaint.
All right, can you give me the details?
What? What was that? Sorry, I could barely hear you over all the racket.
I can't hear anything, sir.
You think I'm a liar?
No, sir.
Yeah, you do. First the landlord, now goddamn 911. Nobody gives a shit.
Sir, I need you to calm down.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be such a jerk. I'm just so goddamn tired of that fucking asshole disrupting the peace.
Who are you talking about?
The little shit making all the noise, of course. It's so loud I can feel it in my back teeth.
Sir, I honestly can't hear a thing.
Well, it's driving me crazy.
All right, sir, can you describe the noise?
It's music, heavy metal to be exact.
Uh-huh.
He's been playing it nonstop for 3 hours now.
Uh-huh.
He moved into my apartment building 6 months ago. He lives right above me and is always making noise. If it's not his music, it's either him pacing around in his giant work boots or having sex with his girlfriend.
Have you ever tried talking to this neighbor? What about your landlord?
Oh, believe me, I have. The landlord just told me to stop being such a curmudgeon. That little prick upstairs, he just laughed in my face.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure he makes all that noise on purpose just to annoy me. And I'm also sure his skank of a girlfriend is in on the whole thing.
What makes you say that?
Because she does nothing to stop it. She just laughs along with him and encourages all his bullshit. They're both assholes. Please send the police.
What is your address, sir? All right, sir, the police are on their way.
Good. Hopefully that will teach him. I thought for sure he would shape up after the trick I pulled last night.
What are you talking about, sir?
Ah, shit. I guess I should have mentioned that before.
Mentioned what, sir?
Well, there was a bit of an altercation last night.
An altercation with the man upstairs?
Who else?
Explain what happened.
Well, he and his girlfriend were playing their stupid music as usual, and they were having sex. Pretty rough sex by the sound of it.
Uh-huh.
I felt like I was going insane, like my brain was swelling up inside my skull and would soon leak out of my ears, nose, which sounds ridiculous, but that was honestly how I felt.
I see.
I'm not usually an angry guy, and I'm not violent either. Never laid a hand on another human being in my life, but that night, something inside me just came undone, you know? I just couldn't take it anymore.
Did you confront your neighbor, sir?
Yeah, I did. But at first I went into my kitchen and I grabbed the biggest, sharpest knife I own. Don't get me wrong. I didn't intend to kill anybody. I just wanted to teach those two assholes a lesson.
Sir, what did you do?
Well, I went upstairs and began pounding on the door, yelling at them to open the fuck up. The kid finally answered and gave me this look that just sent me into a frenzy. It was a look that screamed, "You're the lowest fucking life form on the planet, and I love making your life miserable." You get it? I found it irritating that some little shit kid looked down on me. Me, a grown man and a former soldier. I decided I needed to teach that brat a lesson.
It sounds like you were quite upset.
Yeah, I was. Looking back, I know I seriously overreacted. But in the moment, I just got so overwhelmed with anger, you know?
I understand, sir. Can you tell me what happened next?
I slashed the kid with the knife. Got him in the face and the neck. He didn't cry out, didn't make a sound. He just fell.
Uh-huh.
He was still moving, though, so I knew I hadn't killed him. But I wasn't done yet. I wasn't satisfied, so I went after his girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
She was cowering behind the couch, shaking like a leaf. Her eyes were huge. I don't think I've ever seen human eyes that huge before. She was terrified, but she didn't scream. It was weird. You'd think she'd be screaming bloody murder, but no.
Did you do anything to the girl, sir? Did you attack her with the knife?
Yes.
Why?
Because I had lost my fucking mind. I didn't want to hurt her, you know. She may have been a stupid little tramp, but she didn't deserve what happened to her. I know that now.
What did you do, sir?
I went after her with a knife. That's when she began screaming. She ran, but I chased her down and dragged her back into the living room. I threw her on the couch and began slashing. I didn't want to kill her. I just wanted to teach the bitch a lesson.
How many times did you slash her?
Shit, I don't know. At least 100 times, if I had to guess. I stopped when I realized how badly she was bleeding. At that point, the fight just went out of me, so I threw the knife aside and left.
You just left?
Yeah.
All right.
I guess I should have, called an ambulance for them or something, but I figured they would be okay. I mean, while I was in the army, I saw men get turned inside out, reduced to hamburger meat, and live to tell the tale. I figured the kids would survive and never fuck with me again.
I see.
Now he's playing his damn music again.
The police are on their way, sir. I want you to stay inside your apartment, all right?
Yeah, okay.
Good. Now when they get there...
The police walked in on a scene far more gruesome than anything the caller had described. The young couple in the upstairs apartment were both dead. The young man's throat had been slashed to the bone, and his face had been so horrifically mangled that he could only be identified via a distinctive birthmark on his thigh. His girlfriend was little more than a pile of mutilated body parts held together by her clothes. Not only had she been sliced to ribbons with a knife, but her eyes had been gouged out of her head. As far as I know, they were never recovered. The man who made the call was a former sniper in the military who had returned from his final tour with a serious case of PTSD. This led, among other things, to severe misophonia. The noise from upstairs would have been easily ignored by most people, but to him it was unbearable. One night, he just snapped. Apparently, no one else in the apartment heard anything unusual, and the horrific scene was only discovered when the killer himself made the noise complaint. The caller was delusional and didn't seem to grasp the reality of what he'd done. He kept insisting that he'd only wanted to scare the couple, then denied ever confronting them at all. He eventually committed suicide in prison while awaiting trial, though I couldn't find out how he did it. As for the music he'd called 911 to complain about, well, it was still playing because there was no one in the apartment to turn it off. The caller heard it, thought his neighbors were fucking with him again, and more or less confessed to double homicide to my grandmother. I feel terrible for the victims, obviously, but I can't help but feel bad for the caller as well. What he did was beyond terrible, but it's clear he was just very sick and in an awful mental state. If he had just gotten the help he so desperately needed, maybe none of this would ever have happened. I have a cousin in the military, and I sincerely hope he doesn't end up like that maniac.
"911, what's your emergency?"
My ex is here, and I think she's gonna kill me.
Excuse me?
My ex-girlfriend. She's parked outside my apartment building. I think she's waiting for me to come out.
And you think she's going to kill you?
She will kill me if I leave my apartment.
Stay where you are, sir. Is the door to your apartment locked?
Yes.
And your windows?
Yes, but I'm on the 3rd floor. I don't think that bitch will try to climb up and get in through the window. Actually, that sounds exactly like what she would do. Oh, shit.
Stay calm, sir.
My little sister is here with me. So is my new girlfriend. I'm afraid she'll kill them after she's done with me.
Sir, I need you to stay calm, all right? You're going to be okay, but I need more information. What is this woman's name?
Her name is... I dated her for about a year, but we've been broken up for 6 months now. She's fucking insane.
Uh-huh. Has she ever threatened you before?
No, but she's dangerous.
How so?
She once attacked another girl back when she was in high school. That was long before we even met, but I heard about it through a mutual friend. She beat some poor girl unconscious with a curtain rod.
A curtain rod?
It sounds fucking insane, but it's true. Broke the girl's rib and gave her a concussion. She got away with it, somehow.
Uh-huh.
And while we were dating, she threatened my female friends. She was really jealous and always thought I was cheating on her.
Uh-huh.
She left messages on their answering machines. I'm not sure how she got their numbers, but violent messages and scared them half to death.
Uh-huh.
After we broke up, she left me threatening messages too. Followed me home from work a few times. Once, she left a dead bird on the hood of my car.
Are you sure it was her who put it there?
Well, I guess I can't be 100% certain, but who else could it be? I don't know anyone else that crazy. Please, you have to believe me.
I believe you, sir.
Really? Because I went down to the police station a week ago and begged them to help me. But they just blew me off and told me to stop being such a wimp. They said there was no way a woman could be a genuine threat to me.
I'm very sorry that happened to you, sir, but I promise I'm taking you seriously. Is your ex-girlfriend still out there?
Yes.
Describe her car.
It's a beat-up old truck with white spots of rust.
I don't know the exact make or model. I'm not much of a car guy.
I see.
She's waiting for me. If I don't come out and face her myself, she'll come into the apartment building.
Uh-huh.
She might try and break into the apartment itself.
Tell me your address, sir. All right, sir, the police are on their way. You told me that your girlfriend and sister are in the apartment with you, right?
Yeah, just a second.
Are they safe?
Yes, they've gone into the bedroom.
How old is your sister?
She's only 16. She is 12 years younger than me. A complete surprise baby.
My mom was 40 when she became pregnant with her.
Shit, why am I even talking about all this?
It's all right, sir.
Shit.
What's wrong?
She got out of the car. She got out of the car.
Stay calm, sir.
She's got a... Holy shit! Is that a fucking axe? The bitch has an axe!
Sir, go into the bedroom with your girlfriend and sister. The police are on their way.
Make them go faster, goddammit!
Go into the bedroom, sir. Sir?
We're all in the bedroom, ma'am.
Good. Now, when the police get there...
She got inside.
Stay where you are, sir.
What use is it? She'll get in anyway.
You should be able to hear the police sirens now.
I do.
Good. Hang in there.
The police arrived to find the caller's ex-girlfriend inside the apartment, attempting to break down the bedroom door with an axe. She had gotten into the residence by jimmying the lock, and when the cops tried to arrest her, she fought back viciously. It took 3 strong men to subdue the petite young woman and get her in handcuffs. The subsequent investigation revealed that the crazy bitch had a rope, duct tape, and a shovel in the trunk of her car. At her apartment was a collection of knives, homemade explosives, and enough firearms to stock a small army. She did not have any kind of permit to own such weapons, and it was unclear how she had gotten her hands on them. The caller was unharmed. So were his sister and girlfriend. I can't imagine how terrifying the experience must have been. What infuriates me is how the police initially treated the situation. The caller was obviously dealing with a dangerous and unstable individual, and they laughed it off like it was nothing. I guess stalking and abuse just aren't taken seriously if it's female on male. But this case is proof of how damaging that way of thinking really is. This man deserved protection from the law. Had the police not shown up when they did, he probably would have been killed. I'm not sure what happened to his ex, but I hope she's off the streets now. It's true what they say, you know. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
"911, what's your emergency?"
Something has been lurking around my property. I want it gone.
So you've got a trespasser?
Yes.
Can you describe this person, sir?
Person?
Yes, can you tell me what they look like?
Lady, I think you're mistaken. It isn't a person.
Excuse me?
It isn't a person. It's, Well, whatever the fuck it is, I want it off my property, so can you please send the police?
What is your address, sir?
My place is kind of isolated, set back from the main road.
Uh-huh.
I'm watching it from my bedroom window. I've locked the door in case that thing gets inside the house.
Good. Stay where you are, sir. Now, what makes you say this trespasser isn't a person?
I'm not crazy.
I didn't say you were, sir. I'm just trying to understand what the problem is here.
I've got a fucking trespasser. It's not complicated. God damn it, what more do you need to know?
Sir, I need you to calm down. Tell me more about this trespasser. How long has it been on your property?
2 hours, maybe? No, 3. Yep, it's been 3 hours. This isn't the first time it's shown up, though.
Oh.
It came by the other night. My girlfriend and I woke up to this god-awful screech. Then my dog started barking. He's a Great Dane and fucking huge, but he's a gentle giant. He doesn't bark unless something serious is happening. Whatever was out there, it had my dog freaked.
Uh-huh.
I ran downstairs and found my dog, his name is Hulk, and he was at the back door, barking his damn head off. His teeth were bared, hackles raised. He looked like he was ready to kill. I'd never seen him like that, and to be honest, it scared me.
Uh-huh.
My girlfriend had followed me and was freaking out too, but I told her to take Hulk and go back upstairs. Then I grabbed my hunting rifle and stepped outside, yelling at whoever it was to show themselves.
What happened next?
I heard another screech coming from behind me, like right behind me. I spun around, but all I saw was this dark silhouette disappearing into the woods. It was humanoid, but I knew it couldn't be a person, because no person I've ever seen has had a neck that long or limbs so out of proportion with its body. It was like over 6 feet tall, but its legs were tiny. It was fucking weird.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know what to do, so I went back inside. I told my girlfriend it was just some neighborhood kid fucking around since she was already scared and I didn't want to make it worse. Neither of us could go back to sleep, and Hulk spent the next hour or so pacing and growling. It was insane.
Did you call the police that time?
No, there was no evidence that anything had happened, and I knew that if I told the police what that thing looked like, they would just blow me off.
I see.
I tried to forget about it, to pretend it hadn't happened. I'd convinced myself that the thing wouldn't come back, so I shouldn't waste any more time and energy freaking out over it. But then I kept finding footprints in the backyard. And then that thing killed my neighbor's cat and tried to maul her teenage son when he was walking home from school.
Uh-huh.
And now it's back, and it's hanging around my front yard.
The police are on their way, sir. Can you see this thing right now? Can you see it from the window?
Yes.
What is it doing?
It's by the fence with its back to me, just staring into the woods. Almost like it's keeping an eye out for something. Hulk is with me, and he's growling up a storm. Whatever this motherfucker is, my dog is fucking scared of it, and so am I.
It's not moving, sir?
No, it's not moving.
Okay, that's good. Stay where you are, sir.
This thing has already attacked my neighbor's kid. Probably would have killed the boy if he hadn't fought back. The cops better have their guns out.
They'll handle it, sir. Just worry about yourself for now, all right?
All right.
You're going to be okay, sir.
I don't know about that.
Stay on the line with me, sir.
Oh, fuck, it moved!
Moved?
Yes, it turned around. It's looking at me, and it's... shit, it's smiling!
Smiling?
Yes, at me. It doesn't seem to have eyes, though.
Are you sure?
Yes!
Sir, stay calm. The police will be there soon.
Promise?
Promise.
Hulk is freaking out. He just threw himself at the door like he's trying to break it down. Hulk, buddy, chill. Come here, boy. It's gonna be okay. We're going to be okay. Isn't that right, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
The thing's moved closer to the house. I hope it doesn't try to break in.
Just hang in there, sir.
The police are nearby. I can hear them.
That's good, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
The intruder ran into the woods when it saw and heard the police cruiser pull up. The cops gave chase, but lost sight of it. The caller gave a statement, and the police advised him to leave the area while they conducted an investigation. The young man packed a bag, grabbed his dog, and went straight to his girlfriend's house. An extensive search of the man's property and the woods surrounding his house turned up mutilated animal corpses, odd symbols carved into trees, and the chewed-up skeletal remains of a human male, who, to my knowledge, has never been identified. Interviews with neighbours revealed further strange sightings of an odd humanoid creature, and there were also reports of strange noises, pets going missing, and an inexplicable intense smell, described by one woman as a combination of sulphur and mildew. The police left baffled, with more questions than answers. I did some digging and found more information on the man who made the call. I will not divulge his name here, but I learned that after a week or so he returned home. For about a month, everything was okay. Then one day the police were called back to his house. It wasn't he who had made the call this time though. It was his girlfriend. She had come over to find the door ripped off its hinges, the house in ruins, and her boyfriend gone. Blood was tracked all throughout the place, and his broken teeth and bits of skin were also found. The rest of his body was found stuffed inside a hollowed-out log. His blood had been drained, and his internal organs had been removed. 2 more people went missing, never to be found, before the violent intruder seemingly grew bored and left the area in peace. There were newspaper articles on this case, so I know it isn't bullshit, as outlandish as it may seem. Of course, certain details could be exaggerated for the sole purpose of selling more papers. God knows, the media loves to embellish and make events seem more bombastic than they really were. But that 911 call, I know Grandma Evelyn wouldn't have kept it had she not believed it was genuine. So what the fuck was that thing that terrorized a rural neighborhood back in 1985? Well, that isn't a question I can answer. I like to imagine it was just a flesh and blood human being behind the whole mess. A deranged and violent human being, of course, but it's better than the alternative, because part of me knows deep down that the young man who made the call really meant what he said. It isn't a person.
"911, what's your emergency?" "I'd like to report a break-in." "Has someone broken into your home?"
No, not.
"My home, thank goodness. They've broken into the house across the street." "Are the home's occupants present?"
Excuse me?
"The people who live there, are they home?"
No, the house has been vacant for several months now. The owners are missing.
"Missing?"
An elderly couple used to live there. Mr. and Mrs. They simply up and left one night, and no one has seen them since. I'm pretty sure their daughter filed a police report, but as far as I know, the investigation has turned up nothing.
Uh-huh.
And now someone has broken into their home.
Did you see this person enter the house, ma'am?
No, but I can see them moving around the house, through the ground floor windows, and the door looks like it's been kicked in.
Can you provide a description of this person?
Not a very good one, I'm afraid. I'm pretty sure it's a woman, though. A woman with long, pale hair.
What is she wearing?
I can't be sure, but it looks like a hospital gown.
Can you see this person now?
No, I'm watching the house from my living room window, but I haven't seen her in a while. I'm pretty sure she's still there, though. You have to send the police!
Stay calm, ma'am. What's the address?
It's...
All right, ma'am. The police are on their way. Meanwhile, I want you to stay on the line with me and keep an eye on that house, all right?
Of course.
What is it, ma'am?
I see her! The woman! She's standing in one of the upstairs windows, and she's looking right at me!
You're sure?
Yes, I'm sure! Oh, God, what the hell is wrong with her face? She looks like a fucking corpse!
I need you to stay calm, ma'am.
Oh, my God.
Is she still at the window?
Yes.
Tell me if she moves.
I can't stand to look at her, but I can't turn away.
Ma'am.
Where the hell are the police?
They're on their way, ma'am. They'll be there soon.
Ah! She's gone. I think she... Wait, no, she's... Oh, God, no!
What's happening?
She left the house, and she's heading my way. Fuck!
Are all your doors locked, ma'am?
Yes, but she sees me. She's going to try and get inside.
Ma'am, listen to me. You need to step away from the window and hide somewhere in your house. Somewhere you'll be safe until the police arrive.
Okay.
Where are you now, ma'am?
My kitchen pantry. The door locks.
That's good, ma'am. Just hang in there. The police are coming.
I can't hear her banging on my front door anymore. Could that mean she's gone?
I don't know, ma'am. Stay put, all right?
The police! I can hear them coming! Thank you!
You're welcome, ma'am.
Thank God. Everything's gonna be okay. Hey, what's that?
After reading the transcript, I did a little digging and was able to come up with some information regarding the call. When the police arrived, they found the mysterious woman lying in the hall, unconscious. She had cut herself breaking through a window and lost a lot of blood. The woman who made the call was still locked in her pantry, cordless phone in hand. She was shaken, but unharmed. The suspect was identified as a local woman with a history of mental illness. She had recently been admitted to the psych ward after setting her own head on fire, but escaped, managing to evade law enforcement for 3 days. She was taken back to the hospital, but died of complications from her injuries. As for the missing elderly couple, well, it turns out that, a year after they vanished, their skeletal remains were discovered miles away in the woods, buried in a makeshift grave. Both had their hands tied behind their backs and had been shot execution-style in the head. Police were unable to link their murder to the woman who had broken into their abandoned home. The case remains open to this very day.